Hello YouTube, how are you? I hope that you are doing well and getting positive results, not only in trading but also in your life. So it has been a while, and I'm not really that active on social media as before, and that is one of the reasons why my trading has improved quite a lot. So in this video, I'm going to give you a big a bit update about my trading and why I named this video as my trading journey is coming to an end. So recently I no longer learn new things. I only focus on sharpening the things that I do believe is useful for my trading. For example, support and resistance. For example, DCA or building a position backward. Um, I think it is also known as adding to a losing position, but I don't like to call it like that. It is still the same thing, but the way we perceive it as a losing position at the first place, it is from my perspective, it's kind of wrong perspective because when we DCA, it's actually a very defensive approach of trading, and it usually forgive a bad entry. You don't need to be precise like a sniper. You don't need to be very smart or very patient to make money. And that is what really working for me so well for the past few months. And it's not easy to master it like in 1 week or 1 day or 1 month. It actually take me a few failure to actually realize the kind of tips and how I can actually do it better. So I just focusing on doing some simple stuff that recently I have been working on. I like Fibonacci as well and trend line. I think in my channel you eventually see things that I keep mentioning about like Fibonacci, support and resistance, trend lines, the kind of thing. I actually like it. And the most important thing right now is ATR. So I know that they are very simple stuff. I know that they are things that all trader knows about. But just me when I say that the more you use something, the more your mind is gonna expand in a way that it's still the same thing, but you just find a way to really do it better every time. When I mention about the things that I practice, I want you to know that what's working for me is not going to work for you. That is something that I think all traders think that we can just listen to more trader on YouTube and eventually we find some kind of successful version and we try to mimic what they are talking. Because it seems like if they are using that and they make money, that means that concept, that kind of strategy may be working pretty well and we should do the same. So let me put it this way. Currently, I have just a few things in my mind, and I remove something, I add something, I remove something, and eventually I got a few tools that allow me to build an a true alignment that give me the consistency at the first place. And once I realize that alignment, I should focusing on using the same ways of trading, using the same idea, using the same kind of trade. Like mean reversion, then I just going to do mean reversion all the time. And I no longer optimize it. I no longer focus on optimization. I no longer try to add more. I no longer try to learn more. I no longer try to do something to mess up that alignment. Because if you are doing well, or if you are trading some kind of indicators that you are truly enjoy it and you truly feel like you can feel it in a way that make you consistent. But eventually you are not happy. You want more. You want to be using some kind of fancy indicator. You want to be using some kind of fancy concept on YouTube, and you try to mix things up. You try to add more. You try to optimize it. And before you know it, you ran into a loop of seeking a new shiny things without even realizing it. And it's like we think we are learning, but we're not really moving forward, but we're really moving backward by not respecting what we are having and focusing on what we are doing well. And I also no longer like watch things like trading podcasts. Maybe there are some amazing trader on podcasts, and sometimes they are very good lesson that we can actually study from. But the thing is, if you notice, you will see a a pattern of story from zero to hero, from broke to make millions and sleeping on the street and eventually making millions and kind of stuff. And they focus on external things. They focus on achievements and how they get there. It's more like a way to build a good image. It's not really we want to study trading, but on the podcast you don't really see people dive deep into technical. You're not really seeing people try to help. In a way, it's just a common theme. And I no longer watch this video. I focus more on myself because when I spend time and focus on giving other people's attention, I actually taking away a lot of attention for myself. And time is invaluable and is a currency in itself. And things starting to change when I spend these time value, the time currency on myself. Probably started at like since 1 years ago when I stopped posting on YouTube, Twitter, and just get back to who I am. And I also no longer try to predict or draw beautiful chart or try to plan market in advance. I trade mainly on 5 minute chart and I watch 1 hour chart. And my duration usually I refer 1 hour to 2 hours, and usually I done winning that section and hitting my daily target and I'm done. Usually something like that. And it's just the same thing all days. And you know what really beautiful about you doing the same thing over and over? You started to noticing patterns and why sometimes you lose big, why sometimes you just keep winning. And there are the detail are very hard to notice if you keep adding more to your routine to how you trade. And the details are really what changing my consistency to another level. For example, I always know that I am not a good trader in terms of trade management, but I'm pretty good in terms of planning. So in planning, I actually give myself more room to go to like to be creative, to be a little like flexible. But in terms of trade management, I realized that if I choose a way to manage a trade, currently it is adding to a trade backward by splitting a position to more than one position. So when I just stick to that kind of trade management, things work out so much better compared to the time where I tried multiple ways of management, including like adding to winning position or hedging or yeah, a lot of ways. But I don't want to get into too detail because some people they think that the only way to trade is just entry, stop, take profit, and just go all in as one. But the thing is, let's say about hedging. The idea of hedging is not about technical or sizing, but it's more about the mental side. And it's very hard to describe to you. I tried before. I, I'm not using it now, but I tried it long enough to understand that the psychology side is very different when you are hedging. And it's very helpful when you're hedging because it is like an experiment that I did, and it allowed me to understand more about hedging. And for some people, I think it's going to work great. Or adding to winning position. So adding to winning position, the first thing you need to realize that you're going to trade on trending market, on trending section, and on the time that market usually go very aggressive in one side. So I'm not going to trade that. So my trading adding to what people say a losing position, it actually thrive in sideways market. It actually thrive when market is quiet. And so I know where and when I should go for and I should do it. So a bit about trading my trading right now, you're gonna laugh. But for me it's ultimate freedom. I can trade any pair, I can trade any time, I can trade any section, I can trade whatever I want. And I don't wait for hours for one trade. I can wait for hours to have a better trade. But if I am not patient enough, I still can trade and I still can make money and I still can find a way to plan things out. And for an impatient trader like me, I know that going into like smaller, like splitting my position into smaller sizing and building a position actually worked perfectly. And having a daily target, it just help even more. So I think when we do the same thing over and over, it gets to a point where we understand ourselves, we understand the market we trade, we understand where our trade is going to thrive, where our trade gonna go to a very difficult period. For example, right now, I can trade New York section, but I shouldn't. That's the reason why I more than 90% of the time I trade only London and Asia section. So I know what I can do, but I also know what I should do. So I think that is a bit about my trading. You can see that I'm not showing the money side because it doesn't make any sense now to show the money. I just want to show you how consistent you can be when you focus on yourself, which is something I keep saying. Currently, the best trader in my life right now is myself because I don't compare myself to others and I don't compare others to myself. I work with myself, I respect myself, my circumstance, and the love I have for this job because it transformed me to a very peaceful being with love and unity. I recently offer some free coaching and I think around 30 people signed up. I was thinking about a group call. I tried to, yeah, I just tried to think about how to help people, but but eventually, because I have an ability that allow myself to feel you very, very well. I can actually feel other people' emotion. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are or where you're from. If I talk to you long enough and I focus and listening to you enough when you share things, I'm going to find or I'm going to noticing patterns or how greedy you are, or how emotional you are, or how good you are at a trader, but you never knew about that. But this kind of skill set I can only do one on one. That's the reason why I try to ask people to go on a call with me. Unfortunately, just a few people actually go on, and some people are quite busy, so we couldn't make it work. And and I truly value my time. That's the reason why when I give it out and give it for free, I think majority of people will not really treasure it at as someone else like a cost with a few hundreds or so. So I think that in the future, if someday where I feel I am ready to work with trader and coach them either in life or trading, probably it's sad, but probably I will have to charge some money because people don't respect things that are free. I think it's some kind of the truth in this world. People seem to think that what charging people, I think it's actually filters the people that never really interested in at the first place. Just saying, and that's my experiences when trying to do things for free. You can imagine how exhausted I am when I try to do a calling for 1 hour, but eventually because I care too much and I ran into 3 hours. So you saw a lot of trading courses online, and some people actually make money after learning with their mentors, and you see a lot of reviews and stuff. But what you never see is how many people actually succeed and how many actually fail. What is the success rate? And even you see a positive review of a student, majority of students will fail eventually, even after a good month or a good 2 months, sometimes some kind like that. Because trading, making money in trading is not that hard. But making money consistently, it requires more than just a strategy. It requires a balanced mind, a balance in everything you do in your life. And I think the more content you are, the easier it is to be consistent. And do you know why I think this is one it is coming to an end for my trading journey? Because right now I think it's going to be very hard to explain it to you, but I think majority of trading community people are too focused on money. They're too focused on material thing, and they're quite distracted from the the beautiful person inside. And I don't like that kind of vibe. I am a very spiritual person, but it's not spiritual in a way that I place a tree and I pray. Spiritual to me, it is a trip to return to yourself. It's a trip to eventually discover how powerful and how beautiful you are when you love yourself enough and learn to love others just as you love yourself. And you may not believe it, but every day now I start my trading day by and I try to send unconditional love out to this world, and I pray for everyone, and I just feel amazing. And I don't really do it because it feels amazing, but I do it because I am that, because I am love, I am gratitude. You always see me writing this thing out on YouTube. I have been writing on YouTube on community tab for 2 years. A lot of people never noted, but I never use AI on or anything. Your emotion in trading, in life, they're actually a very beautiful things, and I don't think that we should trade like a robot. I don't think we should control our emotion. I don't think that we should kill our emotion or try to stop it. Trading for me is a journey where eventually we face our emotion, our darkest desi- desires, and our different version of ourselves, sometimes very ugly. But when you see enough, I have been trading for 15 years, and I don't have a problem sharing it out because I that kind of journey it built me up to a version that I feel very happy right now, very peaceful in a way that I'm free. I can do whatever I want and I can be whoever I want to be. There's no warranty in trading, but the feeling I am having right now, it is very different. It is very solid. And I think this is more about the energy side. I don't feel unstable in my emotion anymore. Not because I control it, not because I kill myself in terms of emotional side, not because I try to be a robot or something, but because I find the alignment. I find the alignment that make me consistent, not only in trading, but pretty consistent in my life as well. And what is that alignment? Alignment is you don't just respect the trader inside you, you respect the gambler inside you as well. And I know that sometimes I'm going to trade a bit more. Sometimes I'm going to trade very professionally. And I accept both as myself. And I just keep going. I embrace all the version of myself. That's why I trade a very imperfect way, a very way that most people think is not really smart. Sometimes the smartest way seems stupid, and there's like yeah, it's just my thinking. And I truly want that someday I may offer things like one-on-one, but probably I'm going to charge the hell out of you. Probably $100 maybe, because you know why? Because people don't pay attention, and I don't want to spend my time with people who don't pay attention. And I like the idea of doing one-on-one. I don't want student. I want friends, and I want that someday I can connect with people around this world. And if somehow you are connected with me and you resonate with me, not only in trading, but in terms of life, in terms of spirituality, in terms of psychology, and we are interested in improving ourselves to someone, something that bigger than just money, bigger than just trading, bigger than whoever we are right now. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I think that if I ever share about trading with someone, I want them to be success. I don't want to do a trading class and just sell it to people so that they can study and try to find a way to succeed with it. When I came this far on this YouTube journey, I realized that I am kind of person that need connection. Connection in a way that I don't have a lot of friends, but the one I have, they're very powerful being and they're very smart. They're very fun and sometimes they have some people are pretty weird, but I love them the way they are. And I think in a whole lifetime we only need a few friends, a very quality friends, high quality friends that you can talk anything to, you can share anything to, and you love each other the way we are. It's a beautiful life. And I think my trading is coming to an end because this ending is a beginning to another journey that I'm feeling right now. The first part of this video is me talking. The second part of this video where I started to get myself aligned to a higher self version. You can see that I start to talk pretty different. a bit different, not so different, but when you focus enough in yourself and when you talk with yourself long enough, you realize that it's a silence is not silent at all. There are a lot of powerful things and powerful voice and wisdom inside yourself, and that power is within you. This channel from the beginning to an end is always about me as a reflection, and that reflection, what you see in me, is actually what you see in yourself as well. So I hope that if someday we met, I hope that we have a chance to elevate each other to another dimension of life. Good luck and good trading. I probably will enjoy my trading and enjoy my life more than ever. Sending you all a lot of love and unity.